What's up, y'all? A lot of y'all out there are probably wanting to get in better shape and get stronger and build some muscle, maybe lose some fat. Whatever your reasons are for working out, some of y'all might not want to go to a gym right now. Maybe you're just not really ready to go to a gym and you kind of just want to start working out at home to see if you can get into the routine and the habit. Whatever your reasons are, right? Maybe you live far away from a gym, you don't really have time to drive all the way up there. Maybe you want to save gas money, maybe you want to save money on the gym membership. Whatever those reasons are, I'm going to talk about some of the benefits and drawbacks of working out from home, and I'm going to help you guys get a routine started. That way you don't have to make your inability to go to the gym a barrier for you maintaining a fitness routine. Now, there's a lot of good reasons that you can work out at home. You can save money on gas, you can save money on membership fees, you can do it from the comfort of your own home, you can kind of have your own space where you can get into the zone. Sometimes that's nice. I used to work out at home a lot whenever I first started getting into fitness, and it can be nice to just kind of have your own time and your own space. You don't have to wait on equipment, you don't have to worry about being in the way or anything like that. You don't have to wait on anybody to quit using some dumbbells that you're wanting to use. You can just kind of do your own thing and go at your own pace without thinking about anything else, and that's a nice feeling. A lot of people also kind of struggle with self-esteem, and going to the gym, being in public can make them feel a little pressured, and people don't really want to be watched all the time, so if you're worried about something like that, you can start working out at home and you can just do your own thing without worrying about what other people are thinking. And it's also just extremely accessible. You don't have to go and get stuck in traffic, and you don't have to worry about bad weather keeping you from going to the gym. It's all right here in front of you, and it's going to help you stay accountable because you've always got the gym right here at home. All right, with that being said, guys, there's also going to be some drawbacks to having a home gym and not going to an actual gym. So if you're looking to maximize your performance or your muscle growth, you're going to be limited on what equipment you have. You're probably not going to be having access to barbells or like a whole dumbbell rack or a bunch of different machines or anything like that right off the bat. And you don't need to use every single piece of equipment in the gym to build an awesome physique or get super strong. But you're going to be limited on what you can do. There's a ton of great machines. There's a lot of great exercises that you're not going to be able to do at home. If you're really serious about your goals, I would consider looking into a gym. But for now, let's just focus on the actual exercise selection and focusing on what you can do, because there actually is a ton of stuff you can do. You just gotta have to get creative. Okay, now the first thing you want to do before you even start looking at exercises, though, is you want to find the place that you want to make your home gym. Find the place that you want to make your space to work out. And don't make this a place like your living room or your bedroom or some place that's going to remind you of comfort or relaxation. Right, I want you to find a place that you can kind of get your mind thinking like, this is where I want to work out, this is where I want to get in my zone. Right, because I don't want you to come in here not feeling it one day. You walk into your living room and you're like, man, that couch is looking pretty comfortable right about now. Or same thing, you do it in your bedroom and you're like, man, I think I'm just going to lay down and take a nap. So find a place to designate your workout area so that when you walk into that space, like, I'm here to get to work, let's just get it done. Now, I mentioned earlier, having equipment is going to be a really good thing for you. I don't want you to just try to do this with only body weight, because you're going to be very limited on what you can do. I'm not saying you can't build an awesome physique or get really strong with just your own body weight, but I'm really going to recommend that you get at least some basic pieces of equipment to really get started. That way, as you get stronger, it's going to be easier for you to just keep going rather than trying to do, for example, if you're doing body weight only, it's going to be really hard for you to challenge your legs. You're not going to be able to make a ton of progress. You're not really going to be able to train your arms that well. There's going to be a lot of pieces missing. So I would focus on getting some basic pieces of equipment. That way you can just kind of cover your bases a little bit better. So some things that I think you definitely want to get a hold of are going to be maybe a couple of pairs of dumbbells, right? Maybe get a pair of light dumbbells and a pair of dumbbells that are going to be a little bit heavier. That way you can do things like, there's actually a ton you can do with dumbbells, right? So you can lie down on the floor, you can do floor presses with dumbbells, you can do curls with dumbbells to train your arms, you can bring dumbbells behind your head, do some tricep extensions, do lateral raises, overhead presses, you can bend over and do some bent over rows with dumbbells. There's a ton of things you can do with just dumbbells. You want to work your legs, you can do lunges, you can do Bulgarian split squats, you can do Romanian deadlifts with dumbbells or single leg Romanian deadlifts, depending on how heavy your dumbbells are. Right, leg training is going to be a little bit more complicated, and you might have to focus a little bit on more higher reps and single leg work. If you have something you can step up onto, you can do step ups to train your legs. And you don't have to use just dumbbells, right? Definitely get some dumbbells, but also I think you should really get a hold of a pull-up bar. Even if you're not strong enough to do a pull-up yet, you can still find great use with a pull-up bar if you get a hold of some resistance bands. I'm not a huge fan of resistance bands as far as building muscle goes. I think that there's a lot better options, but you can train muscles. For example, if you're having injuries or inflammation or something like that, let's say your elbow's been acting up on you, or if you've got some tightness or a little bit of pain going on in your shoulder, I find that resistance bands are really great if you do like a lot of high reps to target some muscles, like in your joints. You're going to find that you can train a little bit harder without some of that pain because you're going to get a lot of blood flowing. For example, if you have elbow pain, you can loop a resistance band over a pull-up bar and just crank out some band press downs, and you'll find that some of your elbow pain might go away just from doing that. So you get a hold of a pull-up bar, you can crank out some pull-ups, maybe do some lat pull downs if you hook the resistance band over and kind of train those muscles a little bit. Again, it's not going to be ideal, and eventually you can get to a point where you're going to be able to do pull-ups. You can do push-ups and a ton of push-up variations. You can do incline push-ups, so if you're not strong enough to do a full push-up, you can stand and kind of find maybe a couch or something where you can do a push-up on the edge of your couch or countertop or something like that. If you're looking to spend a little bit more money, I would look into getting something like a dip station with a pull-up bar attachment. You guys know what I'm talking about. I'll put a picture in here so you guys can see it. They have this at the gym where I go to, but it's the thing that's got the pull-up attachments at the top, but you can also have you can do dips because it's got the handles that stick out. So you can do dips, you can do pull-ups, you can also do leg raises because it's got the place for your elbows where you can hold on to and you can lift your legs. Right, that would be great because you can do pull-ups, you can do dips. Dips would be great to incorporate alongside of push-ups, right, because you can train your chest really hard. Dips are awesome because you can keep going. Maybe you can figure out a way to hold the dumbbell between your feet so that way you can progressively overload your dips. If you get strong enough at pull-ups, you can start doing some weighted pull-ups and stuff like that. You've got all these basic movement patterns covered. You're going to be able to build a pretty solid physique. You're going to be able to train hard, and you're going to be able to find that you can do this for a long time and keep progressing because you're able to do some really good exercises that allow you to progress very easily. I'm going to show you guys some different examples of exercises you can do at home. Obviously, I'm at the gym right now, so this is kind of hard to translate, but these are some exercises you can do from the comfort of your own home that are going to help you build some muscle, get in great shape, improve your physique a lot, get a lot stronger. You know, these are really solid exercises. These are not hard to do. They're very user-friendly. They're very accessible. You know, you don't have to have a lot of space to do things like this, and you're going to find that you can improve a lot. And that's really all there is to it, guys. It's not going to be that complicated. You're going to have to spend a little bit of money at first to build up some equipment, you know, but this is very user-friendly. It's very accessible. You're not going to have to worry about, you know, people watching you at the gym. You're not going to have to worry about driving to the gym. You're going to be able to save some money in the long term because you're not paying membership fees. I would recommend, seriously though, looking at joining a gym, or maybe if you're serious about your strength and your hypertrophy goals, if you've got the space and the money for it, invest in a squat rack and maybe get a full dumbbell rack eventually. But these are things that are further on down the road. For now, you know, you can just use the tips I've shared with you in this video and use the exercises I've shown you guys. You're going to be able to build a great physique, and you're going to be able to stick to this for the long term. All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. If you found this video helpful and you want to see more videos like this, as well as muscle building workouts, exercise tutorials, and so on and so forth, go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification bell down below so you don't miss out on the gains. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one.